you got to do is get CertaPro on the case. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
This is your official sports and entertainment station, Central Arkansas. We are 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock. It's time to take a walk on the wild side with Trey Reid and Mark Hedrick on 103.7 The Buzz. It's the outdoor show you've been waiting for. Now, here are your hosts of the wild side, Trey Reid and Mark Hedrick.
And a good Tuesday evening to you. Welcome to the Outdoor Radio program that's back at full force and back on Tuesday night. That's right. The Wild Side is back home and it's regularly scheduled time slot, and I'm back from travels abroad into the Texas Hill Country. What's up, Mark Hedrick? How are you? It's good to see you in the studio, man.
I'd forgotten what you look like, Trey.
I wasn't gone that long, Mark. I mean, come on, man.
Well, they say
I'm forgettable, though. It's easily forgettable.
They do say absence makes
the heart grow fonder.
Yeah,
Cindy told me that wasn't true.
No, it's not. It's not. I can be gone for hours at a time, and she never misses me.
Oh, man. Well, it is good to be back. It was fun to jump on from San Antonio last weekend. You know what I did? The next day, I went and saw the Alamo, and I can confirm it does not have a basement.
Oh, it doesn't?
I
heard they all hid in the basement.
You know what it does have?
What?
Air conditioning. And I was glad I ponied up the $20 for the self-guided tour because that got me inside the mission itself. You walk around the grounds, and on Thursday, it was pretty warm down in central Texas.
I don't think Ozzy Osbourne's been invited back to
No, he was not. But you know what? We went by later that night after dinner with some guys. Yeah. Security is tight these days.
Yeah,
I'll just put it that way.
It's tight.
I'll just put it that way. Well, we got a great show lined up for you tonight. It is good to be back. We have got a studio full of winners, and that doesn't count Mark and I. We are welcoming in. We've got our champions, both junior and senior division from the Arkansas Game and Fish Foundation Commissioner's Cup. We have junior division champion Bennett Bullard. Bennett, what's up, man?
Oh, not much.
Good to see you. Good to see you. They're all Benton from Bennett. You're from Benton. He's got his Seagar hat on, got his tournament shirt.
Yep.
And then to his right, we have the senior champions, Cole Pennington and Eli Hagans. What's up, guys? How are you?
Oh, not much.
Yep,
Good to see you. Cole, get up close on that microphone. There you go. There you go.
If I was sensitive, that would have hurt me, Trey.
What I said, there's not winner? I was referring.
No. They said, I said, what's up? Oh, really, not much. You're on the wild side, guys. Come on. You can't ask for anything.
You're going to have to get a little wild in here tonight, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I didn't say we wasn't excited for it.
There you go.
We're happy to have you in here.
I'm not sensitive either. I'm not sensitive.
So if you're unfamiliar, and I'll tell you what, I was blown away, Mark. I mentioned this in the green room, that you posted on our Facebook page the winners of the 6th annual Game and Fish Foundation Commissioner's Cup Invitational were going to be on. And I was like, there's no way it's been 6 years, but the math adds up, and I'm not even good at math.
Well, you and I talked about doing this 10 or 15 years ago.
You've been trying to get like a state championship youth bass tournament for years, and you finally found Deke Whitbeck at the foundation that would believe in your dream.
Everything's got to come together, and there's other people involved too, but I always want to do a fishing tournament, and it just so happened they're really working on the 3 R's: the retention.
Recruitment, retention, and reactivation.
Yeah. And a rehabilitation.
Yeah, that's the 4th R for you and me.
That's the 4th R for you and me. But anyway, Deke said, why don't we do it for, do you think youth fishing would do it? And, of course, youth fishing was really just blowing up at the time. We sasaid, bingo. That's
Cindy pointed out in the green room that Bennett was like in kindergarten when the thing started.
Right.
Because he's in 6th grade now.
Yeah.
Eli, you're graduated, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and went to Clinton.
Yes, sir.
And turn that up a little bit. And Cole, you're going to be a senior next year at Clinton.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Southside, not Clinton.
Southside. I'm so confused. Like, there's Clinton, there's Southside. You got Southside shirts, but you went to Clinton.
Yes, sir. So I've gone to school at Clinton my whole 12 years of school and whatnot. He's always gone to Southside. And when we started the whole fishing deal, we started fishing for Greenbrier with Miss Jackie Williams, and then Southside started their team, so we moved up to there, and it was a lot easier on us, Southside being closer to home and whatnot. So That's what we've done ever since. But I've always stayed at school at Clinton, but our school doesn't have a fishing team.
Gotcha.
That type of opportunity. So
Gotcha.
Well,
that's why I fish for Southside.
we might want to get our buddy Philip
About
Castner, because Philip, I don't know if you know this, but Philip spent, I think, 17 years going to high school and grade. I think that's what it was. When did he spend his whole 17
I don't know. We'll ask him. You want to ask him about
let's
that?
ask him about that.
All right, stand by, guys. We're going to get our Trader Bill's fishing report in right here. Maybe.
Oh, no.
No, the push button, it's not, the touchscreen didn't
It's
work
time
anymore.
for the Trader Bill's Outdoors Fishing Report. With locations in Hot Springs and Little Rock, Trader Bill's is your one stop for all things outdoors.
Well, we welcome in on the Edwards Food Giant Hotline our buddy Philip Castner. I say he's my buddy. He may not be Mark's buddy anymore because, Philip, I don't know if you heard, Mark said you spent 17 years in high school.
He's confusing my high school education with my collegiate career.
Oh, is that what it was? 17 years in college. Okay, I get it.
Well, that's relatable. I mean,
Yep.
about half of that for me. Well, Philip, what is other than the Commissioner's Cup? We got our winners in here in the studio with us tonight. What's going on out there on our area lakes?
Well, the big conversation, obviously, is Trader Bill's Team Trails Championship is this coming weekend on Lake Grayson. Guys, you're not fishing for just your regular old Tuesday night jackpot. First place is a $50,000 Texas bass boat with a Suzuki 150 on the back. Of course, Minn Kota trolling motors, depth binders by Lowrance, batteries included. Just an absolutely beautiful boat, valued at over $50,000. Of course, you for this year are going to be able to pre-fish on Friday.
Nice.
That is 1 day of pre-fishing on Friday. Then we're going to, of course, be able to fish all day Saturday. Weigh-in is going to be at Swaha ramp at 3 o'clock, and going to give away a $50,000 bass boat.
So what do you think wins it? Wait.
Team tournament on Grayson, 1 day. I'm going to say the over-under number is 16.
I like that. You're getting some nods of agreement from our young anglers in the room.
Yeah, I think that's a good number.
Yeah, you've got a lot of good 3-pound fish that are going to be caught on topwater bite the first 2 or 3 hours, depending on how much cloud cover we have in the morning. And then those guys that know how to scope and get in these ditches and channels are going to find some more 3-pounders to boot. So, 5 fish, 3-pound average, that's 15, 16 pounds in my math.
Yep.
Got a big list of sponsors as well. Of course, Trader Bill's can't do a tournament circuit out like this without a lot of help, and we get it from Vexus Boats, of course, Allen Tillery Chevrolet, American Termite Pest Control, Bahia Sunglasses, the City of Hot Springs. The list goes on and on. I don't have enough time to list them all, but support the sponsors and the companies that are helping us put this tournament circuit on, because, like we say, you're not just fishing for all of your money. It's not 100% payback. It's more like 140% payback.
Yeah,
that's
you're
okay.
getting a whole lot more money back than you're putting in.
And as we know, these guys know from the Commissioner's Cup, Trader Bill's puts on a heck of a weigh-in and a heck of a tournament. So it's going to be exciting.
It sure is going to be a lot of fun. We'd like to make sure that everyone knows all the rules, all the takeoff times and weigh-in times and everything are out on an information sheet. You can pick them up at Trader Bill's, or you can look at them online on Facebook. Make sure you get your takeoff times correct, guys. Make sure your lines are out at 3 o'clock, and, of course, make sure you're at Swaha before 3:30 so we can weigh your catch. It's going to be a big championship every single year for something like this, and we're really excited.
And you've got some stuff on sale, too.
Oh, yeah. Got a big sale going on. All of our sponsors that help us run this tournament circuit, all their merchandise is on sale one way, shape, fashion, form, or another. Got a big inventory at both locations, Hot Springs and Little Rock. Scott, of course, in Little Rock's got a big selection to tackle as well. anything we can help you win a tournament with, please stop by.
Thanks, Philip.
Philip, that is awesome as always. We thank you, my friend, and we will talk to you next week.
See you, buddy.
See you guys.
That's Philip Castor, Trader Bill's Outdoors Fishing and Outdoor Report. Stick around, more Wild Side coming up with our Commissioner's Cup champions.
I'm Trey Reid from the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz, and when I'm looking for a great home-cooked lunch on the fly, my go-to spot is the deli at my neighborhood Edwards Food Giant. There's always a great selection of delicious meats and vegetables, fresh from the kitchen and served with a smile by the friendly folks behind the deli counter. You'll get heaping portions with cornbread or a dinner roll and a drink to wash it down, all for under $9. For home cooking without the hassle of washing dishes, go see our friends at Edwards Food Giant.
Mark Hedrick here from the Wild Side to tell you about our friends at West Rock Landing on Lake Maumelle. I've been fishing Maumelle for decades, and even though I've learned a few things about catching fish on the lake through the years, I've also learned that it all starts at West Rock Landing. If you're looking for a place to hold your next bass tournament, our friends at West Rock are ready to help you take care of the details. Their covered deck is perfect for weigh-ins. They can also set you up with a boat rental for a day of fishing or a day of just enjoying the views and the area's wildlife. Go see them today. West Rock Landing, your gateway to Lake Maumelle.
Fly rods, from personal hobby to family passion to family business. That's Fish On Custom Rods. Unique custom fly rods are the namesake, but Fish On Custom Rods also carries premium brands like Thomas & Thomas, Able, Sims, Umpqua, and Airflow. Fish On's commitment to the fishing lifestyle goes beyond the water. Unique artisan wooden charcuterie and cutting boards made right here in Arkansas, outdoor art, and so much more. Check them out at the Painted Tree Marketplace on Chenal or at fishoncustomrods.com.
All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros has been serving the community for more than 15 years. Locally owned and operated, we offer a wide range of name brand tires, wheels, and automotive service you can trust, so your dollars stay in our community. All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, where customers are treated like family, service like your daddy used to get. Visit in store at one of our 2 locations or shop for tires and service online at allabouttireandbrake.com.
So you're listening to this right now, and you might have knee pain, hip pain, back pain, or maybe even a shoulder pain. And every year you say, I'm going to get that looked at this year. Well, you know what? We're about to get into summertime, and it's about to affect you the most because this is when you get outside. Hey, everybody, it's RJ Hawk. Don't go another summer with achy joint pain. Call my friends over at QC Kinetics today. They are the nation's leader when it comes to regenerative medicine. They take biologics from within your own body to give you new life and cure those achy joints. They do all this with no surgery, no steroids, no drugs, and no downtime. The future of medicine is here, and tens of thousands of people across the country are using QC Kinetics to cure that achy joint pain. They want their best life, so why don't you get it? Here's the best part. All you got to do is make the call for a free consultation. Not going to cost you a thing. Here's the number, 501-222-8440, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. Revolutionary treatments for joint pain are here. Call QC Kinetics today.
Have questions about retirement, investments, or your money? Call our financial hotline. Dial 501-381-5228 and leave a voicemail with your specific financial question, and our experts will answer it on the Get Ready for the Future show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Get your financial questions answered by the pros. 501-381-5228. Call now. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Genwealth Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
We're with Bridget, whose husband won't be home for months, and whose daughter is due any day. We're with Mike, who's leaving home to protect his family and yours. We're with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and maybe a bit of magic. Are you with them? Learn more at uso.org today.
Welcome back to the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz. The Wild Side Outdoor Report is brought to you by West Rock Landing, your gateway to fishing and fun on Lake Maumelle.
Well, you know, we've already talked a little bit about the Commissioner's Cup. We got our guests in here. You know, that's something that went on a week or so ago. But this week, Trey, a 10-year-old landed a $1,000 fish on Lake Hamilton Cove. Carson Crumpton There's a $110,000 challenge that started May 1st.
Is that their like Big Owl thing? Or
Yeah, the Big Owl thing.
Yeah.
5-1 through July 31st. I'm surprised in our Commissioner's Cup somebody didn't bring a tag.
Now,
fishing.
that would have been something.
Yeah, that would have been really cool. I'm surprised that nobody caught one, but there's a $20,000 bass swimming around in either Lake Catherine.
I wish one of you
Lake,
guys would have caught that.
That would have been a big deal. So anyway, 66 fish. Prizes range from $500 to $1,000. They caught somebody else caught one the other day. The fourth one's been caught about $1,000, so that's cool. A keeper again, Trey, Northern Lights in Arkansas.
We're not on keepers and calls yet.
I mean, not keep. I mean, outdoor report. But I mean, just saying, Northern Lights.
Yeah. That was I missed that, but I saw some photos.
I missed it too. I mean, I go outside, I can't see the thing, so I mean, I don't know what the deal is.
After seeing it, it's something I wouldn't want to miss. It was, it was pretty.
Is it pretty cool?
Yeah.
It was
I got
amazing.
some purple and blue and yellow cellophane paper and put it up over my window.
Mark went blind during the eclipse, so he couldn't see the Northern Lights.
And then our buddy Wayne Cox asked us to mention this. Greer's Ferry City Park is going to have Lake Fest. Vets Appreciation Ceremony, 6:30 Thursday. They're going to have hot dogs served at 6. It goes Thursday through Saturday, 5:30 through 6/1.
This week?
No, 5:30 through 6/1. It's lots of bands.
Not 5:30 in the afternoon.
No,
May 30th through
yeah,
June
yeah,
1st.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I'm glad I got you here, Trey, because you're
Wayne called me about it, and I kicked the can down the road to you to judge the catfish and hush puppy contest because I knew you'd love it.
But you know what that week is, don't you? That weekend.
It's a big birthday
It's
celebration.
a big birthday celebration.
We'll talk more about that next week.
And we'll talk about where my register is. I'll let y'all know where my
Mark is registered at Trader Bill's, of course.
That's right, of course. That's Trader Bill's and Battery Outfitters. Anyway, our boys over at Fish On. I mean, I got a lot of places I'm registered. But Sawyer Brown is going to be playing Saturday night, 8:30 to 10, and fireworks after. So go do that.
That's solid, man. That's solid. And they are having a catfish and hush puppy contest. Right?
Absolutely. I just didn't want to talk about it anymore because I'm kind of sad. I'm not going to.
Well, that's good. Well, thanks for joining us on the Wild Side tonight. We've got the winners of the 6th annual Arkansas Game and Fish Foundation Commissioner's Cup Invitational Bass Tournament. If you're unfamiliar, it's sort of a state championship tournament for youth bass anglers here in Arkansas. They have to qualify, fish multiple tournaments to get into it. We've got Bennett Bullard, the junior division champ, as well as Cole Pennington and Eli Hagans, are your senior Commissioner's Cup winners. Well, let's start with Cole and Eli. Tell us how it shook out for y'all.
Yes, sir. I mean, it was a lot of fun, and we've been trying to win it, for, I guess this was, the third year, I think?
This is my first year fishing it.
Well, yes, but my third, I guess. We was looking forward to it. We really, I guess my dad's got like this lucky thing that he does. He'll say, we're going to go fish this tournament and we're going to win it. And lo and behold, every time he says it, we win it. I don't know why he doesn't just say it every time. But
hey, Jay, let's run by the lottery store when we leave here.
Yeah, I mean.
You got a few minutes?
I don't know. It's something. But anyway, pre-fishing was pretty good Friday. We found a lot of fish in this pocket that were shallow. I think a couple of them might have been fry garters, maybe a couple still spawning, not real sure. But as everybody knows, I think that fished it. All the rain that we got the couple of days before really had a lot of the creeks going. And we went in this run-in, and Cole, you caught it. I can let you talk about it.
Yeah, we went back up in this run-in. We had to dodge a few logs. So during practice.
Whose boat were you in?
Ours, Vexus AVX.
Is it y'all? Who owns it?
My dad.
Okay, is that dodging logs any big deal for you then, is it, Cole? Just go ahead. Just keep on going.
But yeah, anyways, we dodged a few logs, and I had a spinnerbait on, and I made one cast, caught like a 5-pounder, 4.5, and then we left out of there and came back the next day. And Eli, can go ahead and tell them about that story.
Yeah, we come back up in there, and I wasn't sure if the water had really dropped out or stayed the same or whatnot, but there was a lot more current. I wasn't sure if it'd come up or anything, but I don't know. Anyway, we get up to this log. It's way back up in this run-in. We get up to the log and had to kind of shimmy over it and go to the left, keep the graphs at the console from hitting the stick up and everything. But
a little tight.
Oh, a little tight, most definitely. But we got back up in there, and I picked up a jewel finesse jig. It was on another jewel rod, I think 7.2 heavy, something like that. And I threw up to this rock where some current was coming over it, and I was like, man, there's got to be a fish right there. And I threw up there, nothing. And I reeled back in, threw up there again, and I was letting it sink. I was like, well, it's not that deep. It's still sinking. So I lifted up on it, felt them on there, set the hook, and luckily I had my thumb on my line on my reel because I didn't have my drag turned up. Don't know when it got turned down, but I mean I set the hook and my drag didn't slip in. Then I went to reel, my rod just sticking up straight. It didn't bend, and this fish jumps out of the water. We start freaking out, getting excited, and I eventually got my drag tightened up, got it up to the boat, and then gets in the trolling motor, so that wasn't fun. But ended up getting out of it, and we got it. But I mean we didn't end up catching no more fish in there, but I think we went out from there, and I think we went to a different pocket, and we didn't get nothing in there. Actually, we did. We caught one, but it didn't help. And then we really started scrambling after that. I mean, we thought we could run-ins again, and
that pattern didn't really hold up.
No,
though,
it did not. But
I'll tell you what, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. We're talking with Eli Hagens and Cole Pennington. They represent Southside High School, winners of the Commissioner's Cup. We've also got Bennett Bullard from Benton, junior division winner this year. I'll tell you what, guys, though, we got a really, really special treat for our listeners and for y'all when we come back on the backside of this break with an angler that's going to professional angler is going to weigh in with us and talk to y'all for a few minutes. Stick around. More Wildside coming up.
It's time to hit the lakes and rivers, but before you back that boat into the water, stop by Battery Outfitters in North Little Rock, because the boat ramp is a bad place to discover a dead battery. Stephen Heron and the crew will take care of you like family and make sure you are charged up and ready to roll before you make the first cast. Bad batteries take your fish finder out of the equation, and you can't stay on the fish if your trolling motor won't turn. So take charge of your fishing fortunes with a trip to Battery Outfitters, 5915 JFK Boulevard. Spring and summer may be behind us, but that doesn't mean there's not a good reason to get out to Lake Maumelle to enjoy a day on the water. Trey Reid here from the Wild Side to tell you about West Rock Landing. Our friends at West Rock have everything you need to enjoy a day on the lake. Whether you're fishing for bass or crappie, or just taking in the amazing views of the Ouachita Mountains, West Rock offers bait, tackle, boat rentals, and so much more. Check them out at westrocklanding.com or go see them just a few miles west of Little Rock on Highway 10. West Rock Landing, your gateway to Lake Maumelle.
Let me tell you about my friends Carl and Karen. This place is sus. Let's go to Tunica. And so they did. And immediately, they became winners.
Hey, baby, what you doing?
Winning. Hey, baby, what you doing?
Winning.
And not just gaming either. They did spinning, dancing, or at the sports book. Winning! Or enjoying a world-renowned meal.
Winning!
No matter what you're doing in Tunica, you're always a winner. Learn more at tunicatravel.com.
Take your yard up to the next level with the Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Josh Dickinson is a former PGA Tour caddy, and his landscape designs are inspired by some of the most beautiful golf courses around the world. Call Josh at 501-794-2770 for all of your landscaping needs. Flower beds a mess? Josh's crew can give your home the curb appeal you've always wanted. The Caddy's Touch Landscaping also installs French drains, retaining walls, and they'll even take care of your irrigation maintenance needs. A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Call today, 501-794-2770.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket.
Paid for by Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
Do you need rainwater Holton Sexton? Anywhere in the state, dial 888-8888. It really is just that easy. If you've been injured and need help, it doesn't matter where in Arkansas you are. Just dial 888-8888. We'll come to you. I'm Mike Rainwater of Rainwater Holton Sexton. We have been thankfully serving Arkansans for years, and we appreciate the trust you've put in us. We work hard for you, Arkansas, each and every day. Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
This is Pat Bradley for River City Flooring. And when looking for a local flooring and carpet store, check out my friends River City Flooring in Maumelle and visit their showroom to see their wide selection of the highest quality carpet, wood, laminate, and vinyl flooring at the best prices. Over 5,000 square feet of waterproof flooring starting at $1.99. Free installation on all in-stock carpet. They do custom tile showers, backsplashes, granite countertops, and more. Visit River City Flooring on Maumelle Boulevard just off 430 and at rivercityflooringinc.com.
If you've ever stood overlooking a bluff on Petit Jean, floated the buffalo, taken a leisurely drive through miles of Delta farmland, or even witnessed a brilliant sunset from your own backyard, you know Arkansas is full of beauty. Naturally, that leaves no room for trash. Get litter out of the picture and keep Arkansas in its natural state, clean and green. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to learn more. A message from this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Welcome back to the Wild Side. Trey Reid and Mark Hedrick with you on a Tuesday night here on the banks of the Arkansas River at the Buzz Studios. We're joined by Bennett Bullard, Cole Pennington, and Eli Hagans. They are your 6th annual Arkansas Game and Fish Foundation Commissioners Cup champions. And guys, there was some T-shirts among the great amount of swag you got celebrating a professional angler's 500th career tournament. A guy who has won 4 Bassmaster Classics and has been called the GOAT.
Yeah, he is. I mean, there's no question
So
he's
let's go
the
to
GOAT.
the Edwards Food Giant hotline right now and welcome in the legend himself, the one and only Rick Klein, to give you a personal congratulations. Rick, welcome to the Wild Side. How are you?
That's my pleasure. I'm always look forward to congratulating some more young anglers to come around and kick my butt. It's happening a lot nowadays. But that's okay.
I mean, it's always great to see these kids come along, but you look at it from that perspective. The training ground for these kids is a lot different than it was when you came up.
Well, it is, and it's probably one of the most rewarding things that I've been able to witness in my whole career, which obviously has been a long time, is the amount of young anglers that are getting involved at the high school level, like these young men that just won this Arkansas championship, and then go on to college. And the information that they have now to learn, I have them come up to me that can tell me how I won the Bassmaster Classic exactly in 1984 in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, in detail. And they weren't even born then.
Yeah. I was, Rick. I was born then.
Oh, okay.
But you know, to me, I was talking to you know, the guys earlier, and Bennett told me he saw every fish that he caught. And see, that's something that you know, just foreign to me. I mean, I don't have forward-facing sonar. I probably should, but that's probably been that and GPS probably the 2 single most important things that happened to fishing in the last decades, I'd say.
Well, it is. I'm impressed by it mainly because you know, another good angler that I know, Kevin Van Dam, and it showed us that we've been fishing for the wrong fish all this time.
No doubt.
90% of fish are out there behind us, and we've been chasing that 10% that was on the bank. But these young anglers now are showing us where they're at. And knowledge, you know, there's a lot of different opinions on it, but I think knowledge should never be censored. And it's just simply, I've learned more about bass behavior and bass movement in the last 2 years watching these young anglers follow those fish pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn into the summertime now than I've learned the other 49 years of my life. So it's been an incredible learning tool. They embrace it quicker than the rest of us because that's the era they live in. They all have had their hands on a phone or a video game or a computer most of their lives. So there's no wonder that you know, that they've really taken a tool that we didn't have and really a huge advantage. But you still got to catch them. I mean, you still got to learn the techniques. And these fish are going to get smart. They're already getting smart on that, so they'll have to adjust as well. But I'm Cody Huff up here in Avon, Missouri. I met him when he was a sophomore in high school, and he's one of the best there is at it because he got on it, embraced it, and I'm learning from him now. These young anglers like the ones you're with today are going to be teaching, or already teaching us things.
Well, you know, it's interesting also, Cole, who is one of the he and his partner Eli won the senior division. Cole has a uncle that is Larry Nixon.
Oh no, that's cheating.
That is cheating. That is cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cheating.
But Rick, he just told us he's never actually fished with Larry through the years. But we told him we're gonna have to get Larry to take us all out soon. Rick, these young anglers are headed down. All three of them in different divisions are headed down to Texas to compete in a Bassmaster youth event on Sunday. You got any advice for them headed to Sam Rayburn this time of year?
Well, probably do something very similar to what they were. They were on Hamilton, which I know is a completely different lake, I think, when they won their events. But, it's going to be, Rayburn's a huge lake. So if they probably don't have time to go there and figure out the right places. That's where, again, that forward facing comes in handy. You can go in an area, you can look around and see if there's any fish there. If not, they're going to be on those main lake points, just like, and the forward facing will show you what part of the point they're on pretty quick, and end up doing, using a lot of the same lures more than likely. I wouldn't change a whole lot. So I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It's right now this time of year, those fish are all pretty much post spawn. They're moving around a little bit, and they're hungry, so they're eating. So
that's the only thing on
their mind. They're just off. You got to follow. There's only two things: they want a bed, that's over with in Rayburn, or they want to eat. And so if you find the food, they're going to be not far away.
All right, guys, I'm going to open it up. Y'all got anything you want to ask Rick Clunn while we got him here for a few more minutes?
How'd you do it for so long? I mean, I know a lot of it's passion, but that's got to wear a man out. I mean, after doing it that long.
I'm sorry.
How'd you do it so long? You want?
As Eli said, how'd you do it for so long? He knows it's a lot of passion, but that's got to wear you out after a long time fishing.
Well, one of the most valuable lessons I learned was from COVID. Surprisingly, because that was the first time in my 50 years of fishing that I wasn't fishing tournaments for the first 6-7 months of the year. And I thought, well, it's going to be a nice break, and it was nice being around the family for a little bit. But it didn't take long for me to realize, I'll be 78 in July, that I have to have something that challenges me mentally and physically every day.
Yeah.
And fishing has always been that. It's been the most incredible video game there is for me, and it's been my video game. And what keeps you enjoying life is playing a game you like, and yet it never gets old. It challenges you. You guys already know that. Every day you go in the water, it's a puzzle that you have to solve. And that's the mental challenge. And then the physical challenge is we have to be out there in extreme heat and extreme cold and rough water sometimes, and you got to be able to do that. Of course, you guys are going to have a new challenge because you're going to have chiropractors working on your necks and backs and looking over all the time. But still, you'll figure it out.
No doubt. Well, man, we appreciate you calling in, Rick. This has been great.
What a pleasure and what an honor for these young men to have you call in and express your congratulations to them. It's always been a pleasure to work with you over the years, and great to talk to you tonight, Rick.
Well, same here. And you young guys, hey, remember why you do it. It's because you love it. Even on the bad days, remember that you still love what you do. So don't let something else take it away from you.
Man, we appreciate it, Rick.
Rick, take care.
Right.
Thanks, man.
That
is the one and only Rick Clunn.
Ricky
Clunn,
as he used to be called. Ricky Clunn out of Texas.
I'm glad he brought up Pine Bluff because it's like 40 miles from the studio.
Wasn't
here on the banks of
1984?
1984. I was there, Mark.
Yep.
That's where I grew up, so it was pretty easy for me to be there.
Yeah, I mean, your mom had you in that crib, wasn't it? You were very young.
No, wasn't that young.
No, I can remember 84 pounds, I believe.
77.
Yeah, it was a lot of weight.
He
had a lot of weight.
Yeah.
A lot of weight, and that was a record.
Two future presidents on the stage with him,
right.
George H.W. and Bill Clinton, who was then governor. Pretty remarkable moment in bass fishing history.
I think the thing that you guys can take from that is kind of your passion. If it's a passion, stick with it.
He said, remember why you do it. It's because you love it.
And you're at the age now where you do it. I mean,
I'll tell you what.
When you get 6 kids and a wife, you don't do it if they don't. If I mean, that's just it. It's hard to do.
Rick going to be 78 in July. One of my favorite things when he won a tournament. What was it, 3 or 4 or 5 years ago down in Texas? And he said, never accept that your best days are behind you
ever.
And as you get older, like us, you guys you'll really appreciate that.
Well, we got just about a minute here or so. We'll come back and talk.
Yeah, I was
going
to say we're going to run. We're not going to have much time, but Bennett, we'll let you explain how it went down for you on Lake Hamilton when we come back on the backside of this break. That sound okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're talking with Bennett Bullard, Cole Pennington, and Eli Hagans. They are your 2024 champions, the 6th annual Arkansas Game and Fish Foundation Commissioner's Cup. Appreciate so much Rick Clunn calling in tonight and wishing these guys well and giving them a few tips on Rayburn. I saw you nodding your head over there that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Hey, y'all stick around. We got more Wild Side coming up right after this break.
Mr. Phillips found old Johnny Cash.
All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros has been serving the community for more than 15 years. Locally owned and operated, we offer a wide range of name brand tires, wheels, and automotive service you can trust, so your dollars stay in our community. All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, where customers are treated like family, service like your daddy used to get. Visit in store at one of our 2 locations or shop for tires and service online at allabouttireandbrake.com.
Trader Bill's Outdoors has the largest fishing tackle selection in the region, including the newest lures and the newest colors, as well as a wide selection of locally made lures that are proven winners on Arkansas lakes and streams. They also carry top-of-the-line rods and reels by the industry's leading companies, and they employ local anglers who are always prepared to answer your questions and set you on the path to success. Trader Bill's Outdoors, 1530 Albert Pike in Hot Springs and 12006 I-30 Frontage Road in Little Rock. If you're a fly fisher and outdoor enthusiast who can't get enough, Fish On Custom Rods shares your focus. Fish On started out crafting custom rods with beautiful hand-turned wooden reel seats, but their commitment to quality artisan products and the outdoor lifestyle has turned a family passion into much more. Thomas & Thomas fly rods, Able reels, unique custom rods, and incredible handmade artisan wood products like charcuterie boards. Celebrate the fly fishing life with gear and gifts from Fish On Custom Rods. Learn more at FishOnCustomRods.com.
Hello, Buzz listeners. It's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Sherwood with the deal of the week. We're paying up to $2,000 over Kelly Blue Book value for trade-ins this week. You'll never get more for your trade. You can also save up to $10,000 on all new Rams at Fletcher Dodge. We have brand new Rams starting at under $40,000. We also have heavy-duty Rams starting under $50,000. We're ready to make you a deal on the Rams, so come see us today. We also have brand new Chargers and Challengers up to $8,000 off and a new Jeep Compass starting at $399 a month with no money down. We're getting new inventory every week, so come in and let us know what you're looking for. We're making crazy deals every day like it's the last day of the month. And also, don't worry about your credit. If other dealers have told you no, come see us and let us help you get into the new Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. We're making crazy deals every day like it's the last day of the month. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bellins Ford in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-on staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bellins Ford, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
See Shelter Agent Richard Yeager in Little Rock or Todd Martin or Seth Boyd in Jacksonville.
This is Pat Bradley. If you're benched by injury, get the state's leading orthopedics and sports medicine specialist on your team. UAMS Health offers surgical and non-surgical care of muscle and joint pain and injuries for all ages. Our treatment plans include expert rehabilitation services to improve mobility and get you back on the court. With clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas, UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine also provides team coverage for colleges and high schools. Learn more at UAMShealth.com.
I'm a real wild one. Wild one. Wild one. Wild one. It's time for this week's Keepers and Calls, presented by Battery Outfitters. Sometimes you keep them, sometimes you throw them back. But when it comes to your battery needs, the service and selection at Battery Outfitters are always keepers.
All right, Mark, I'm going to let you go first since yours is a little more somber than mine.
Yeah, I have a couple. One was artwork on Pinnacle Mountain, but I decided we wouldn't talk about that tonight. But we do have we've had a guest that's been on our show a couple of times before. Bob Carnes passed away May 9th. He's the creator of Arky Jigs. He passed away in Springdale, Arkansas. Let me tell you something. That guy, the stories he told about how he created that jig out of a
girdle and a bra.
Yeah, pretty much. And took his product nationwide. I mean, Walmart picked him up. I mean, it was a really neat story. So I want to give sympathy out to his wife, Mary Alice. He had a brother, Tim, and there's countless other family
and
members.
obviously impacted a lot of anglers' lives through
it changed the way a lot of people fish.
Absolutely. Well, Mark, I have got one, a keeper out of Seaside, California. We know these property owners' covenants and things like that. Well, this gentleman, what was his name? Etienne Constable from Seaside, California, was told last July that he needed to build a 6-foot fence to hide a privacy fence to hide his boat. So he built the fence, but nobody told him what he could do with that fence. So he had a local artist come in and paint a picture of the boat over the fence. So when you look at it from the outside, you still see the boat. He is my new hero.
Yeah, there's your new
he
hero.
He is my new hero. That's your Keepers and Calls, brought to you by our friends at Battery Outfitters in North Little Rock. Let's shift gears back to Commissioner's Cup winners. If you're just joining us, we've been talking with Cole Pennington and Eli Hagans from the Southside team, your senior champions, and we haven't really had a chance to catch up with Bennett Bullard out of Benton. Now, Bennett, you ended up fishing by yourself because your partner had a baseball tournament.
Sir.
And, boy, he picked a bad day to play baseball, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us a little bit about how your day went. How did it unfold for you out there on Lake Hamilton?
Well, towards the beginning of the day, as soon as we launched off, we went and started throwing a 3/16-ounce wobblehead with the Z-crawl, and we caught one or two, and we caught a couple. Then we decided to go try a little swim bait, a Money Minnow swim bait on a 1/2-ounce jig head, and we went out there on some humps, points, and some brush piles about 10 to 12 feet, and we're throwing that around, and we were pinpointing certain fish with our forward-facing sonar and trying to catch them.
Rick was talking about that forward-facing sonar, and we have a young man in 6th grade here who has already figured it out.
Yeah. And I guess both teams had to be targeting post-spawn fish. I mean, it looked like. I mean, there were some that probably hadn't spawned yet, but it seemed like most of the fish that were coming to scales, some of them were post-spawn. Some of them looked like they'd eaten pretty good too.
They had.
So is that what y'all had decided to do that day? Look for post-spawn fish, just go out on the humps off the points?
Yes, sir.
Is that what y'all were doing as well?
We were really what we were trying to do. Like, we found out one pocket early Friday, and there was a lot of bait in there, and we thought there might have been some shad spawn going on, but there wasn't really. I think the shad was just in there. They weren't really doing no spawning stuff, but we figured we could run that, and then after that run-in that we found, hit a couple more run-ins, maybe it'll work out, but it didn't. And then, I mean, other than those few fish that morning, maybe, 5 or 6, I mean, other than that, everything else throughout the day was, like he said, I mean, forward-facing sonar, it was I mean, it was just the ticket.
Well, shout out to your boat captain. I want y'all to shout out to your captain.
Yes, sir. My dad. He's our boat captain. He goes through quite a bit, and actually pre-fishing that day, he was sick. He was tore up pretty bad. I mean, I was getting another boat captain lined up, but I mean, he's boat captaining us through kidney stones and hernias and
goodness gracious!
So he's pretty dedicated.
Yeah, if you radio listeners can't see, but we got parents in the studio with us, but they're on the back row today,
right.
And they probably deserve as much credit as anybody here for getting their kids involved in this stuff.
And your dad was with you, right?
Yes, sir.
And so, what kind of boat were y'all fishing out of?
We're fishing out of a Champion.
Right. So. Now, the boat captain is supposed to get a little swag, too. Were y'all able to get anything to take home?
Sir.
Yeah. So there's a nice Yeti cooler. There was another nice cooler.
Yes, I believe it's a backpack cooler.
Yeah, there was.
I'm telling you, man, that and you'll be humble about it, but you deserve, Mark, a lot of the credit for lining a lot of this stuff up and working with Tyler Lawrence at the foundation.
Listen, I got to tell you, people, people like Jamie Black, Jared Pridmore, Danny Arballo that build a lot of the baits. Of course, you have Trader Bill's that just bends over bags. Whole Hog Barbecue, which I know y'all ate some barbecue that night. They sponsored the dinner. Battery Outfitters. I know you got some, battery outfitter. You get, battery gift certificates. I mean, there's, between Express Boats being the sponsor, Bale Chevrolet, and of course, we can't do it without Mandy and Reggie at Trader Bill's out there. There were so many people.
A whole lot of people that should get a lot have
go on our Facebook page, and I'll have a list of.
But I do want to give a shout out to the back row over here, the parents that have supported these kids and in their endeavors. Y'all couldn't do it without them, could you?
Not one bit. Not without our parents and the good Lord. I mean, we've been blessed tremendously with that. And
well, thank goodness gas is getting cheap, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, I seen gas for $2.98 the other day in town, and I mean, I thought it was the hottest thing. I had to pull in there and fill up. But.
The thing that'll get you is you better fill up before you hit the lake. That's what I will tell you this, because you pull into one of those marinas. There's that's the real deal when you pay for gas there.
They're proud of it.
Yes.
Bennett, what was I mean, other than winning, I mean, was there a moment like either out on the water or on that weigh-in stage that you can point to and like, man, that was the highlight of the day?
Well, probably when we were out there scanning our forward-facing sonar, and I threw out there, and I hooked this one big fish at the end of the day, probably like 45 minutes left, and it jumped and we finally we were just trying to get it in, and we got it in the boat, and that was just fish that we knew that helped us a lot.
Probably put you over the top right there.
And see, I don't think people realize that y'all had like 1380 and change, right? Is that what y'all?
I think it was either 1392 or 96.
Yeah,
we didn't think we had it.
It was just and I thought 16 and change would win it. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for 16-12. You came in with a 470 bass. Is that what it was? 70, and then you had.
Was that the fish you were talking about at the end of the day? That 45 minutes to go.
Yeah, and that's how the Reid boys caught theirs last year toward the end of the day, and a couple of guys from Valonia caught theirs at the end of the day last year, and then you had just a little over 14 pounds, 14 and change. So not only did you won the Big Bass Award, but you also won the biggest sack, but unfortunately for you, these guys got to take home the money.
So you'll be there soon enough, young man. You're on your way.
But I'm proud of all these guys because, number one, I mean, everybody shakes hands when it's over, and everybody stands around and talks, and it's just.
You told me you ran into my old buddy Wildman. He was in his element over there too.
He was in his element. I mean, I
had lunch with him today. He didn't mention the Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, he was there. He was great. Good. It was great. He showed up.
Great event.
And we got to thank Rodney Harper from Harper's Pure Country Taxidermy
for
the
Big Bass Award. Hey, we got one more segment of the Wild Side. We can talk more about that tournament and wrap things up. Stick around. More Wild Side coming up.
Hey folks, Mark Hedrick here to tell you about Battery Outfitters in North Little Rock. They're here to serve your battery needs, from cell phones to hearing aids to power tools. And when it comes to service, Battery Outfitters is second to none. Got a problem with your truck or your boat battery? Just pull in at 5915 JFK Boulevard and the Battery Outfitters crew will handle the rest. And don't forget to ask about Key Fob Friday and watch Battery Saturday. You'll be glad you did. Battery Outfitters, 501-537-4990 for all your battery needs.
I'm Mark Hedrick from the Wild Side here on 103.7 The Buzz. You probably already know Edwards Food Giant as the meat people. And when I'm looking to throw a steak on the grill, my first stop is the incredible meat counter at Edwards Food Giant. Ribeyes, fillets, strips, T-bones, and porterhouses. Whatever your favorite cut, you'll find the best selection of certified Angus beef at Edwards Food Giant. Their prices are great, with weekly specials that will make your next steak dinner as affordable as it is tasty. Go see them today. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people.
Trader Bill's Outdoors is the one-stop shop for all your fishing and boating needs. They carry Vexus bass boats, Godfrey pontoons, and Taiga surf, wake, and ski boats. Their marine department also features parts and accessories from most boat manufacturers. And if something goes wrong with your boat, their service department is ready to get you back in the game with quality repairs and friendly service. Trader Bill's Outdoors, 1530 Albert Pike in Hot Springs and 12006 I-30 Frontage Road in Little Rock, where great fishing and boating began.
Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pain, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
So the Monticello Chamber of Commerce calls me and says, hey, we'd like to have Craig O'Neill come down and speak at our annual Academic Excellence Luncheon for Drew County high schoolers. So I'm driving down there in my Genesis GV70, and an hour into the trip, I get a back massage from the car. Just when I thought the Genesis couldn't get any more incredible. And at Genesis of Conway, they can get you into a GV70 EV for as low as $499 a month. Genesis of Conway, the future of luxury is now.
At Southern Floor Coating, coatings are all they do, and they won't be beat on price. Factory-trained installers using the purest form of polyurea with UV stability for all your outside projects. When you call, you'll talk with a professional interested in your project, not a voicemail. Don't trust a fly-by-night company that may not be in business next year. Transform your patio, porch, or pool deck and call the real pros at Southern Floor Coating. 501-402-4912 or take a look at southernfloorcoating.com.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out. Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Welcome back to the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz. It's the All About Tire and Brake tip of the week. All About Tire and Brake, because you deserve hassle-free service.
We're going to make it a quick one, Mark, so we can get back to talking with our champions from the Commissioner's Cup. Real quick, this always blows me away because forever, squirrel season opened October 1st.
Right.
But opens tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, you know, the season's a lot longer than it used to be. It's basically closed during turkey season, and that's about it. But squirrel season opens tomorrow, so get out and take advantage of that. It's actually been fairly nice the last few days.
Man, it's been great.
But the other one I wanted to remind folks of, the big Lake Conway renovation project is going on, and there will be the second of 3 scheduled planned cleanups. Of course, you can go out there and pick up trash anytime you want to, but Game and Fish will be hosting this one. It is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, May 16th through 18th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. There will be dumpsters at the 89 Bridge access, the RDOT Paradise Road pullout, Lawrence Landing, and the Caney Creek access. You can find out more information. You do need to register because there's a $100 gift card that Deke Whitbeck and the Foundation are giving away to Academy, a couple of those. AGFC.com/Lake Conway. If you want to just clean up something on your own, you can contact Nick Feltz at nicholas.feltz@agfc.ar.gov. Interesting factoid here, Mark. The first cleanup in April, 25 tons of trash picked up. Isn't that amazing? So that's your All About Tire and Brake tip of the week. Get out there and pick up some trash on Lake Conway this weekend.
Okay, I want to ask the champions here of the seniors divisions. So you get $3,000 for scholarship money that y'all split between you. And then, I still go by the old math. That's $1,500 each. I hope that's still right. I don't know if that's still right in the new math today, but what do y'all plan on using that for?
This fall I'm starting at Bethel University in McKenzie, Tennessee.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going over there to fish. So
they got a really strong program.
Oh, they got a great program.
And actually, Coach Mason, he's the original founder and started the whole college fishing ordeal. And I'm really looking forward to it. He's a really good guy. Stand up, and he looks like like he's going to be the guy for me to help me get out there and do what I want to do and what I love to do. So
that's awesome.
I'm really looking forward to it.
And what about you? What do you want to do? I know you don't. You got one more year.
Cole, you got another year of high school. So then what?
I plan on going to college, being a professional fisherman. If not that, then probably game warden.
Nice.
Still got a little bit of time to think about it.
And okay, so you've got Bennett's got a few more years.
Yeah, he's got a little while to decide what he wants to do.
You know this,
what he wants to be when he grows up.
He rode his bike. He rode his bike to the tournament. I don't know if I told you that. No, but what do you? So let's say what do you want to do? You're getting ready to go into 7th grade. I guess that's middle school now, isn't it? 7th grade. You're getting ready to go into middle school. And that's a ways down the road, but what do you want to do when you graduate?
Well, I'll probably want to start fishing opens and try to qualify for the elites.
Right. You got any aspirations about college? You have any ideas where you might want to go there?
I don't really know yet.
Right.
But
Mark, he's in 6th grade, man.
Well, the reason I'm asking is college tournaments. Colleges. Is it Monticello that has like 32 teams? I believe University of Monticello has like
Arkansas
32.
Tech has a big. There's a bunch of
Arkansas
a lot of
Razorbacks, and I really want to get some of these college teams on because it's the guys down from Southern Arkansas University helped with the Commissioners Cup, and I'm going to get their coach and assistant coach
That'd
to
be
come
cool.
on the show and let them talk about, and that way, guys like you that are sitting at home one evening listening to the Wild Side, they may have some great info on how to get you into college.
Get some insights. Well, Eli, you're going to fish in college. That's cool. But hey, all y'all are headed to Sam Rayburn over the next few days to fish a big Bassmaster youth tournament on Sunday. What are you expecting to find down there?
I figured. Those fish in Texas, they're built different. Texas Parks and Wildlife. They have a phenomenal program, and like how my dad was telling y'all earlier, when I've gone to that Camp Bass program on Lake Fork, we actually get to go and tour the Sherlunker program down there with Texas Parks and Wildlife, and what they do there. It's absolutely phenomenal, and every single one of their lakes has some of their fish in it that they've bred and put in the lakes. It's really neat, but. Those fish down there, like I said, they're big. They eat big. So,
Gotta catch them. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago, or this last month. It took 50 pounds to win Best 5. In a Texas Team Trail event. So
did y'all? That was at Rayburn where they found all the stolen stuff.
They had a big bass tournament on Rayburn and
at the Sealy tournament.
They went in and found. They checked 300 boats and found $100,000 worth of stolen equipment.
Word to the wise, keep it on lockdown, guys.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Old game wardens like to hear stuff like that, don't they?
Bennett, what are you looking forward to down there?
Well, I'm looking forward to probably catching some bigger fish down there because they're just a lot different than fish down here. They're way bigger, most of them. But
he ain't ever been to Swepco.
Well, everything is bigger in Texas, but they got a lot more time to grow down there than they do here.
No question. I hope y'all listen. I want y'all to go down there. If y'all catch some big fish, you let us know how you did, how you came in, and we'll get you a call in the show and tell us about it.
It's been awesome. Guys, we want to thank again Cole Pennington, Eli Hagens, and Bennett Bullard for being with us. Congratulations.
Thanks to the boat
Thanks,
captains.
moms, dads, for taking them fishing and being here with us tonight. And thank you all for listening in. And big thanks to the GOAT, greatest of all time, Rick Clunn. That's pretty special. My hair was standing up on my arms when we were talking
that
to
was
him.
pretty cool.
Pretty cool stuff. Hey, for Damon Poole and Mark Hedrick, I'm Trey Reid. We'll see you next week here on The Wild Side.
When the man comes around.
The last bastion of quality programming.
Why would you listen to any other radio station than 103.7 The Buzz? KABZ Little Rock.